Kenshi Yonezu and Hikaru Utada, Jane Doe, Chainsaw Man. From the little amount I've read about this collaboration, this song has been so captivating in part because of the study in contrasts between these two voices. I love contrasts. That's really what I've built my whole channel on as a vocal coach. So I'm super excited to hear why people are saying this and study these two vocal textures together.
まるでこの世界で二人だけみたいだねなんて少しだけ夢を見てしまっただけ
We have to talk about how she's using air. By the way, I love how the picture fades in and out on beat there at the beginning. That's cool. Listen.
まるでこの世界で二人だけみたいだね
There's the line that really stood out to me.
二人だけみたい
There's no air in that sound. And then she follows it up with
世界で二人だけみたいだね
The airiness of those lower notes in that descending line is it's beautiful.
で二人だけみたいだね
Do you hear the finesse as a result? It's these nuances that make voices interesting. It's not just about the notes, but how the vocalist experiences and delivers each note. And we have a lot of tools at our disposal if we know what to listen for and we know what to feel. She, already, I can tell, is a master at this.
なんて少しだけ夢を見てしまっただけ
Also, it adds to her moderating her vocal weight. Some of these notes are lighter, some of these notes are heavier and brasher, and great vocalists know how to moderate their breath pressure in context with the pitches they're singing, even if there's not a wide variety of range, to deliver you a palette of colors, even within one line.
つま先に月明かり花束の香り指に触れる指
There again, was no air, and then she went back up to the same note, and it was a lot airier.
つま先に月明かり花束の香り指に触れる
If I practice that in the crudity of my own voice, because I don't sound like her at all, but am willing to accept whatever sounds come out, I can come up with a really neat exercise to train my voice in this way. Do you hear how I'm moderating my vocal weight, my airiness? And it's making things so much more exciting than just singing notes.
さよならもう行かなきゃ何もかも
Like that little stutter in her voice, like the desperation.
行かなきゃ何もかも忘れてガラスの上を裸足のまま歩く痛むことに血が流れて落ちていくお願いその若い足跡をたどって会いに来て
That pause and the use of the inhale breath there, real, I'm sure it catches everybody off guard.
たどって会いに来て
High scent. Heavy without being hard. crisp.
錆びたプールに放たれてく金魚靴箱の中隠したリンゴしなびた君の花に残る傷跡犬の野望に泳いだ迷子
Whoa. Yes, massive contrast from what we were hearing earlier, but also, again, massive contrast within his own voice. Oh, no, this is very long. Low larynx position. There's a bit of yawn in this sound. Again mellow, nice use of breath. This beautiful vibrato as well. He gets rid of the breathy sound and it's more of a forward belt, and then we have this sound, and then we have this sound. There's a cry to his voice of witchiness for just a second, and then he gets up into his head voice. All within like 3 notes. Find the 3 postures. Join them together. This is so fun to experiment non-judgmentally. Don't judge yourself and tell yourself you sound bad. It's so fun to do this. Pull things from other artists that you've never heard before, experiment with your own voice, and see what happens. If you'd like more help doing this, but you're not quite sure where to start, click the link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free singing course. I'll help you pull things out of your voice based on your inspirations you never knew were there. I can hear pitch correction, particularly on some of his vibrato. And we just have to deal with that with modern production. I don't necessarily prefer it, although in this genre it doesn't bother me as much as in other genres, but it doesn't really matter. It's here, it is what it is, and I'm choosing to embrace these performances and this art as it is, not wishing it was different. You can hear the format being adjusted a little awkwardly there because of the tuning. His vibrato is amazing. That's another example. He's using the witchy thing that I talked about earlier in a much more subtle way. He's taking this sort of yawn posture and going a little bit higher until his voice mixes up where his head voice would be. He's got a wonderful understanding of how to mix his head voice and his chest voice into a mixed voice. But then once he gets there, he throws it back into the witchy. Listen for those placement adjustments as he navigates this part of his range. It's pretty cool. The open belt. But right there. It's a lighter. It's not that witchy, but you hear it just a little. He's really good at this. Yes, not. That's very one-dimensional. Part of what we love about his voice is that he's able to go in and out of so many different textures while moderating different breath pressures. So much contrast. There's a good with the vibrato too. That one is that extreme. I think if we took any one of these postures and tried to sing in it all the time, or even talking it all the time, we'd sound weird. But because he's using so much taste in going in and out of these different placements, experiencing his resonance and his voice in different ways, we love it. We connect with it. There's a volatility. There's an authenticity to it. So many. You hear the little crowishness and the darkening. And it doesn't always have to do with which notes are higher and which ones are lower either, if you listen carefully. There's a car was crowed and witchy, and then that one, we had the witchy sound on a lower note, right? It was no. It went up to a more yawn sound up there, and then dropped into the witchy down. So fascinating. This kind of voice, I love this kind of voice. They gonna sing together? I love the instrumental. Yes! Oh, just volatile. I'm surprised it took this long in the song to hear them singing together. I mean, maybe there were subtle background parts, but now they're trading off. And I mean, it makes sense with the visuals now too, but interesting that the roles that the voices play together, it's like they're brushing up against each other but never fully embrace. Like a cat rubbing up against your leg, but you never pick up the cat and snuggle it. Ad-libish too, as opposed to like joining in and harmonizing with each other in a true duet fashion. That's cool. Back and forth ad-libs. Yeah, the vocal interaction projects this sense of loneliness. They never quite come together like you hope. That's... And of course the visuals, even in this small, short video, do the same thing for me. And maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't even matter. That's what I love about music. I took away something that has me pondering loneliness and togetherness, and I'm left with this ache. I want to hug. I want to snuggle a cat. Thanks so much for asking me to watch and listen to this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Two incredible voices, and you're right, amazing contrasts. Please leave in the comments below other artists you'd like me to check out that you think I'd like. And if you'd like help working with your own voice, finding these contrasts and singing freely based on your inspirations, click that link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free singing course. And here are some more videos you may like if you liked this one.